Grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Was there for 17 years, so lived there until I went to school. Big Cavs fan, big Browns fan. Let's go Cleveland. And then went to school at William & Mary, 4 years. From there, moved down to South Carolina for a year and then got into college coaching. So was at NC State for 4 years and then down in Texas for 5 years. When I was in South Carolina, that's where I met my wife, Morgan. We've been married for 6 years, since 2009. And we have 2 sons. We have Harrison, who's 4 years old, and Davis, who is 1 year old. Love William & Mary, love the school. It's pretty much defined who I was in my professional career. But playing on the team was incredible. It was to play college tennis, but then to play at the level that we were able to play at. It was just awesome. We all had goals coming in of what it is that we wanted to do, and I think we finally won the conference championship in 2005, and that was the senior year. So to be able to do that in the last go around, that's probably the one thing that really stands out, was winning conference tournament, beating VCU, the last opportunity that we had. So that was best years of my life. Playing for Coach Kader was an incredible experience because he taught me many of the things that I use in everyday life. One of his biggest attributes was using tennis as a tool for preparing you for your working life. You know, dedication, discipline, being prepared to the fullest extent are all things that you don't really think about at the time, but as soon as you're done playing college tennis, you realize that's what's expected. That's what's expected by your employers. That's what's expected from society. So he was a very good coach, and still a good friend. As soon as I was done, he was one of the mentors for me in college coaching. So we're still very close, and he's done a great job here. He set up the team to do very, very well, and he's always expected greatness. He really does. So it was a great experience for me. I kind of lucked out with my first job. I knew the NC State coach. We had played against them a couple times, but he had recruited me as well. Matt Halfpenny was the assistant coach at the time, and then he was leaving because his wife was getting the lacrosse job here. So that job opened up. I got in touch with the NC State coach, and I got in pretty young. I got in when I think I had just turned 23. So if I was going to stay in tennis, it had to be at the highest level possible, and that was how I got in. After that first year, I knew this is what I was going to do for the rest of my career. Actually, when we first got there, we were in the Southland Conference, and I think that was when we won one of the championships. So, but it was a growing school. It still is. I mean, it's one of the up-and-coming schools in the country. So I knew going in there was a lot of opportunity to build a program. And once I got there, it was a little bit more changing the mentality of the players on the team, to let them know you're down in Texas. There are so many good schools in that area that you get to play every single year, and it's not just going and playing those schools. We have to believe that we can go in there and beat those schools. And after the first 2 years, we moved into the WAC conference, which was a tougher schedule, tougher conference, but it was what we wanted. We were moving up in the collegiate world. And then after just a year, we moved into Conference USA. So that was kind of a big stepping stone for us. Like, all right, we're ready to compete, but luckily we actually were ready to compete. That really culminated last year, and in 2015, when the guys really bought in and came together as a team, and that was when we had our most success, was last year. So it was a great opportunity. So this is always my team, to have the opportunity to come back and help lead the team and get them back there. This was why I got into college coaching, was to be at William & Mary. I'm the head men's tennis coach, Jeff Kader, and go Trad.